Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. I welcome to Egypt, speaking you from the countryside, the wonderful part of Egypt. The voices of the cows and buffaloes. It's interesting to speak to you about women's right in Islam from this beautiful area. I told you before that the West think that women in Islam have no right, and they are easily oppressed, and they can be forced to marry whoever others want, and this is not true. You know, if a woman rejects to marry from one, nobody could force her to do so, even her father, even her brother. Even after marriage, nobody could force her, if he can divorce, to come back to him. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ once tried to interfere between a husband and his wife. The wife rejected the man. She said, I don't like to complete my life with him. So he went there and he spoke to her. Are you really willing or not to continue with this man? She asked him, O Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, are you really ordering me religiously, or is just a consultation? He said, oh no, I'm only a consultant. They consulted me and you are free to choose. She told him, okay, Prophet Muhammad, I do not agree to live with this man. So he agreed about this, and he did not force her. See now, the second point is that the divorce, many Western, they think that divorce is a bad thing. Actually, a divorce is a logic way to end the marriage if it is impossible. If it is impossible to live with your husband, what are we going to do? It's the best option. Instead of making illegal relations with other sex, you should get divorced. That's the legal and rational treatment of this critical situation. Islam is respecting the woman's body. In fact, it's the right of the woman to cover her body and not to uncover her body, as the Western claim. It's just exploiting the woman's body in the mass media and so, in a shameful way, and they call this freedom. It's freedom to extend fornication and adultery in the community, while Islam considers that your only way in life, in a normal sexual life, is with your wife. That's all. So, which is exploiting the female, Islam or the Western civilization? Which is making use of the female? Many think as well that Islam is oppressing the lady. I agree that men, and many men, are oppressing their wives. That's true, but it's not the fault of Islam, because Islam put real rules that should be followed. Once you don't follow this, you are not a good Muslim. You may oppress your woman, okay, deprive her of some of her rights that Islam gave her already, but don't forget that you will be asked in front of Allah about this, and this is a great sin to disobey religion in this aspect. It's not Islam who is oppressing, but it's some of the men who are not practicing Islam well. And here comes the point that makes clear points instead of mixing up facts. You should know where is the right and where is the wrong. Islam is not oppressing the lady. On the other hand, on the contrary, Islam is highly esteeming her situation. Islam regards the woman's main function in life is to bring up the children and be a good wife. Okay, she can work outside the house, but it's not a must, because her husband is the one who spends, who is concerned with finances. But if she is willing to stay at home and bring up the children, that's a good thing. And here he is not disgracing her, giving her a full chance, a full option to choose her life, whether in the house or outside the house. Assalamu alaikum.